on-site through Arauco Medical with the district funding any balance of administrative fees not covered by the health insurance. Sabrina?
Good evening. Actually, there's going to be no action needed on this item right before this meeting, or actually right before lunch today. We received word from Blue Cross that they will be covering 100% of the administrative fees. So when the vaccine is available to us, there will be no charge.
Too bad we can't be included. You guys are probably going to get it before several of us that have registered waiting. Okay, so that's good. And hopefully, it's very effective and successful. Item 5, discussion and possible action to approve amendment number 1 for transmission pipeline evaluation. Before I move on to Daniel, I want to say, Sabrina, thank you for the efforts that you did. And we had an HR committee to discuss this. And both her and Mr. Grijalva really went out to bat for all the employees. And so they were really good about convincing us. So we came close to probably having a different opinion. So, I think everyone should be thanking her and Mr. Grijalva for their strong efforts. And so now we'll move on to Daniel. You're next.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. The next item is for our project that we're currently doing on assessing the 36-inch line. This amendment is for replacing and repairing the 2 rectifiers that we have. Basically, by repairing those 2 rectifiers, we're going to be able to do the cathodic protection analysis on our 36-inch main. It will also include line locating services for this transmission line, since it goes through the desert. It goes all the way from Jonathan Rogers all the way up to our Sand Hills tanks. So the amendment amount, it will be $10,131 with 60 cents. And this will bring up the contract to an amount to $242,924 with 60 cents. And we discussed this item with the engineering committee already. And we're recommending to approve this item as presented.
I like the way you said it. We already met with the engineering committee because I'm going to ask.
What else can we do?
No, I guess the engineering committee was all for it and you all agreed and
Yeah, we're for it.
Okay. So I guess that's a form of a motion, Mr. Trujillo?
I so move. Yes, I so move.
And seconded probably by Mr. Estrada, right? Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 6, discussion and possible action to approve reduction of rates from 5% to 1% for the Rosa Azul wastewater collector system project. Okay, what's this one about, Daniel?
Okay, this is for our Rosa Azul wastewater collector project. We have done substantial completion on all 3 phases. We divided the project into 3 phases, and the pipeline project, portion of the project has been completed and is ready to go. So we have issued a substantial completion letter. This motion is to reduce the retainage for CMD from 5% to 1%. So basically, there's only going to be a 1% retainage left if we approve this item, leaving the amount of $52,342 with 63 cents. And like I said, this is only for the pipeline portion. We're still pending the lift station portion of the project. On that amount, we're not going to be touching any funds. This is only going to be for the pipeline portion. And we have met with the engineering committee as well on this item, and we have discussed this item with them as well. So we're recommending to move forward with reducing the retainage by 4%, from leaving just 1% of the retainage on the contract.
Okay, these people have waited long enough, and I'm sure they're really desperate, huh?
Yeah, for phase 1 and phase 2, they're already connected. As you may know, phase 3 is still pending since we need the lift station for us to be able to connect them to the sewer system.
With that in mind, I guess I can go back to the dentist now because the girls work there and I hate it going in there and getting asked all the time. So,
Hopefully they're not in phase 3.
yeah, really. Okay. Does anyone on the board have any questions? Rod, Mr. Carrasco is on there now, Mr. Estrada, Henry.
Well, we
I
need
don't have
to-
any questions.
I don't have any question. The only thing that we need to give them that money. It's a retainage, and they're still waiting on that lift station. There's no reason for us to retain that money that, they've been off for what, 3 months or so.
Mhm.
So I so move that we approve this.
Okay, it's been moved by, and seconded by Mr. Estrada. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, motion carries. Item 7, discussing a possible action to approve surveying services for San Elizario Grant Block 3, Track 1C. Daniel.
Yes, this item is for surveying services. This is for the lot that we're trying to acquire for our lift station on Conquistador, and that's gonna be going to Mesa del Norte treatment plant. So the survey is gonna it's gonna cover all research of maps, deeds, easements, anything that the lot might have. It's also gonna cover boundary survey of the portion that we're gonna be acquiring for the lift station on that lot. And this is only for surveying services on that lot. So we asked a proposal from Brock and Bustillos, and it came up to $9,248.16. And we discussed this with the engineering committee as well, and we're recommending to move forward and approve this item as presented. So if there's any questions.
Okay, Steve, I just wanted to make a point that the lot is one of the items that's going to be discussed in executive session. So that hasn't been approved by the board yet. Can we still move on and do the survey?
Well, I don't know where you are on the contract. We haven't entered a contract with them for the lot, have we?
Yes. Well, no, they've signed it. We need to get board approval to sign it on our side. Mr. Mata has all 4 contracts.
Okay. Yeah, if we're going to do that, I would only approve it contingent on the board being in agreement to move forward with the possible purchase of that.
Okay.
So you can approve it, but it has to be subject to the board approving going forward on the real estate contract, because there's no reason to do the survey if we're not going to try to acquire the property.
Okay.
Excuse me, board members, can we just move it to item 13?
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to hold off and do it after 12, we can do that.
All right.
Okay, so then we want to move the item of the agenda. Is that what the order of the agenda? Is that what you're asking for, Mr. Long?
Yes, move it
Yes.
after, we'll take it up after closed session.
Right. Because item number 12 actually deals with the purchase of this property. And then what we're presenting right now would be to do the survey of this property if we were to purchase it.
Okay, so I so move that we move the order of the agenda till after executive session. Do I hear a second?
Second,
Who is that?
I'll second it.
Mr. Trujillo? Okay, it's been moved and seconded by Mr. Trujillo. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, motion carries. Executive session, the Board of Directors will retire in executive session pursuant to sections 551.071 and 551.072 through 551.076 to discuss any of the following, 551.071, 551.072, and 551.074, discussion regarding personnel matters and deliberation regarding real property. It is 6:43. Jerry, did they send us already the executive session link? Yes?
Yes, I did it. Everybody should have it.
Okay.
I'll see you guys on the other side.
Okay, bye.
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Long,
Yeah.
I think we can still hear you.
Okay,
All right.
is everybody
Yeah, we
back
got
up?
close to hitting the limit on that one.
Uh-oh, what happened? Is everyone on there?
Yeah, we lost Jerry.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
No,
Jerry.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think everybody's in.
yeah, everyone's on there. Estrada.
Mhm.
I don't see Rod.
Yeah,
Oh, he's coming
in.
in. He's coming in right now.
Okay, I'm on.
All right.
Is he there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep.
Okay. All right, the board's back in session at 7:20 PM. There was no action taken in executive session. We'll move on to item number 9, discussion and possible action to allow general manager to negotiate and for the purchase of real estate for the Bahada Estates project. I guess I so move to move forward in allowing the general manager to negotiate the purchase as discussed in closed session
Second, David Carrasco.
by Mr. Carrasco. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Now, I know we moved the item of the agenda for 7. Which item does 7 go with?
We still have another one to go. I think it's the next one.
Okay,
Yeah,
already. So then item 10, discussion and possible action to allow general manager to negotiate for the purchase of real estate for the Mesa del Norte project. Here again, I so move to move forward in allowing the general manager to negotiate the purchase as discussed in closed session.
second.
Seconded by Mr. Estrada. All those in favor say aye.
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 Okay,
Any
that wasn't
opposed?
it, Rosie. We still have a ways to go.
Okay.
It's the last
all those-
one.
That's the last one.
That's what I thought, 12. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 11, discussion and possible action to allow the general manager to negotiate for the purchase of real estate for the Fabians Airport. And here again, I'm going to repeat myself. I so move to allow to move forward in allowing the general manager to negotiate the purchase as discussed in closed session.
Second.
Is second by Mr. Trujillo. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries. Item 12, discussion and possible action to allow the general manager to negotiate and for the Lourdes and Conquistador project. I so move to move forward in allowing the general manager to negotiate the purchase as discussed in closed session.
I'll second the motion.
Second by Mr. Chavez. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 7, discussion and possible action to approve surveying services for San Elizario Grant Block 3, Track 1C. Okay. We moved this item. Were we going to have any more discussion on it? Daniel?
I don't think you need to. The condition was board move forward, allowing the negotiation for that project. And this will be part of that. It'll really be part of the
So
feasibility.
it actually
group to make
falls
sure it
in with
works.
item 12.
Yes,
So
but
it's
we
a
need
part of,
to act to approve it.
I make the motion to approve as discussed earlier in the board meeting for item 7,
7.
and I believe not to exceed
Was 9,000.
$9,248.16.
Okay.
been moved
Second.
and seconded by Mr. Trujillo. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 13, right before we adjourn, we're going to say, we ask that everyone please stay safe, be careful. Mr. Grijalva and probably Human Resource and every manager, you need to get really strict about making sure people wear their masks, no gatherings. Limit the lunchroom to anyone. No one should be eating there. You eat at your desk or eat at your car or somewhere. And let's try to encourage employees not to be in the same vehicle together. But it is important that they need to wear a mask, and this isn't a joke. With that in mind, I so move to adjourn.
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Trujillo. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries at 7:24. Thank you. Be safe and be careful. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.